the first time I came, I was I was ashamed a bit of, do I need help? And then I was like, yeah, I need help, I'm a mess.
Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.
Sometimes your solution is right below your feet and you didn't know it. And I just love that. I listened to that over and over again, that clip before we threw it in here. And what do you think? That's an amazing clip.
There is an interesting metaphor for, I think, several aspects of life. But I also think, I had the privilege of taking my family to Kenya a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it is amazing to think about the millions of people that are walking with buckets of water to and from the river a few times a day, and this is a river that I would barely want to swim in, much less cook with or clean with or certainly drink. And so, we're going to learn a little bit more as Christoph's story evolves about some of the innovative things that he's being responsible for to raise awareness for this, and more importantly, to help solve this epidemic.
And there's a lot of brands. This is a business podcast for those listening, Christoph. And can you tell us a bit more about the purpose? Because there's a lot of charities out there in the world that are doing great work, but you seem to got to the essence of it in stirring up human emotion. Tell us a bit more about Charity Water in general. What's up, everyone? I brought Dabs along with me today to this meeting. I'm sitting here at my psychologist's office, and I wanted to invite you in today because as we're in Mental Health Month, I think, Dabs, it is, it's a good topic to speak about. And I'm about to go in to see Dr. Dan. Yeah, he's a psychologist, yeah, he's a shrink. But I call him my mental coach because I call it mental fitness, not mental health. I love the word mental fitness. For me, it frames it right because Dabs sees it and you see it every day. I'm at the point in my career where I'm going through things with Communo that really will launch me into my dreams and visions of my life. If it goes well, it can afford me all the things I wanted to do. I can reach my dreams. But when you have big dreams, of course there's gonna be struggle, especially mental struggle, doubt, not belief in yourself, lack of confidence, stress. So for me, I wanted to share with you and be a bit vulnerable and let you know once every quarter, every 2 months, I come and meet with Dan here and work on my mental fitness. Just like your physical fitness, you can improve it by working out. Your mental fitness, your mental toughness, you should work that out too. And just talking to someone helps, and talking to an expert helps. So I wanted to challenge you today to get help. There's no shame in having mental toughness, mental health, mental fitness, I like to call it, brain health. And it's going to help you in your career, and it's going to help you reach your dreams. So I'm going to jump in here, get a little workout on this thing, and I hope you do the same. Cheers. Hey, Dr. Dan. This is Dr. Dan. We've been together.
Hi there.
7 years?
7 years.
7, count them. 56 sessions?
64.
64 sessions. I was saying to Dabs, and I thought we'd get Dan on here, but the first time I came, I was I was ashamed a bit of, do I need help? And then I was like, yeah, I need help, I'm a mess. And we worked through many things that I'm not gonna talk about here, but Dan, have you seen me go through this? What do you think, how do you think it's helped me in my career?
I think primarily it's helped you to become whole.
Yep.
Right, and whole from the inside out.
Yep.
And when you have that, then you can face anything in the world.
Yep.
And that's what your journey was. The first few years was about getting whole, and then after that, it's about flourishing, and that's what you're doing now.
And this guy never gave me any answers. He asked amazing questions, and helped me figure it out myself. And it's been a journey now. I call it mental fitness now. Of course, I'm not perfect, but as we walk through this, it's coaching now, and I feel like you're my coach. Yeah. I share everything with you, and what if you were to share something with someone watching there right now, and maybe they're struggling with what I was struggling with 7 years ago, just that shame, what would your advice to them be? How could they go about getting help?
Well, first off, the stigma around mental health and mental illness is still pretty tough in this culture.
Totally.
And what we're trying to do is to get rid of that stigma, right? And to realize that when someone goes to see a psychologist, right, if they're hurting, then the idea is that the psychologist is there to help them discover who they are and become more, and to do it in a safe environment based upon a strong, solid therapeutic alliance and relationship,
Yep.
which you and I certainly have developed over time.
Yep.
And in that space and in that strength of that alliance, what happens then is, because you feel good and safe, then you're able to test your edges.
Yep.
And when you test your edges, that's where you find out how you grow.
And I've had help from people along my career. If you're watching it, this is my own personal opinion. This is not advice, but if you like what I'm doing, what I'm going through, maybe you can take to this. But I went to some help here and there from coaches, but I felt, especially for my mental health, you need to go to an expert. If you're going to get buff and be a professional athlete, you go get a professional coach and a professional trainer. When you're talking about this muscle up here, your brain, go get professional help. And the stigma for me is long gone. I challenge everyone. I actually send people to you and pay for it because
and you've done that too?
Because and it's not to pat myself on the back. It's just I want them to get professional help, because you can talk to your friends and stuff, and you should. That's a first step. But I just challenge you today. Go get this guy's in my inner circle now in 7 years, and you'll probably feed for at least another 7 or more.
Well,
and you've been
really happy to be in there.
Well, and you've been a huge supporter of the gathering. He's come out and helped. He's been to every year. This is your 6th year coming up.
My 6th year, yeah.
So you can just get such a bond with a guy like this, or a gal. So anyways, wanted to share it with you today. I hope this helps someone out there watching. Even if it's one person, we're good with that. Thanks for
if just one, then we've made a difference.
Yeah.
And that's
and I kind of bombarded him today. He didn't know we were coming, but Dad followed me around. So anyways, peace. The funnel. One of our biggest problems is awareness, and that's why buying acquisition is good, and filling the top funnel. Our sales team's great. They close 75% of the leads that are interested. That's huge. That's huge. We just don't have enough interested. Equation for building trust with Chris and I and with your team members is, how consistent, Stephen, are you over the equation of time? Then the trust builds and builds and builds. And so character is so important to us. Impress me by doing. If you want to impress me by doing, or if you want to impress me, do it by doing, not telling. The more you tell me how good you are, the less I trust you. The more you show me how good you are, the more I trust you, and the more leeway you get.